everybody, welcome to the CEO Warrior Underground Room. I am Mike Aguilera, and today I wanted to bring you a concept. And I had this cool guy sitting over here, and I thought, check him out, right? Isn't he all cool? And on his head, it says things like moral and selfish and perfecting and all these kind of things here, force and power and stuff. It's all on this. And it got me thinking that here's the deal. Only two, and I think that's being extremely generous, okay? 2 out of 10 business owners are actually doing what I'm gonna talk to you about today. And it's so critical that all of you know about. Is it okay if I put this guy down? Yes, all right, cool. We're gonna put him down over here by the warrior mask. Now here's the thing, what I found out. I found out that everybody has this process, but no one really talks about it because they don't understand it. And if they don't talk about it or don't understand it, well, they're probably a good chance they're not using it in their business, okay? They're not using it in their life. They're not using it, using it in making all kinds of critical decisions. And that's the deal. Here's the thing, right? Is if I kind of look at this, right, as two boxes, and in box 1, you get it. Green is what? Not green is not good. It's great, right? Green is great. Great is I made a world-class decision. Okay, I made a decision and it panned out. I bought a car, good decision. It gets me where I want. It makes me feel good. I can afford it. Great decision. Or things are this. Real bad. Real bad decisions. Right? Real bad is I feel sick to my stomach. I feel like I lost money. I feel like I'm losing my relationship. I feel like I'm losing health. And this all comes down to something here. It comes down to something here. The type of decision making process. Decision making process. Now, while all of you are watching this, I want you to be honest with me, if you could, as honest as you could be. How many of you have a decision-making process for making business decisions? Now, it's kind of a loaded trick question here. You all do. You all have a decision-making process. You just may not have this. A written one, right? It may be something in your mind. You're like, how much is it? Do I have the money? Okay, does it feel good? And I'm gonna tell you something. You could have intuition, you could have gut, and you could have all this feel good stuff. But feel good makes me feel really good when I have a process to make a decision. Now, if you remind me, I'm gonna share with you a nugget on how you can use this out there to serve customers at a highest level. But you gotta remind me somehow, okay? So I have a process, and if I have a process, I want to have a sequence of things that I want to go through. Now, there could be some additional ones that you're gonna add to this, right? For me, I wanna know, well, what's the return on investment, right? I'm gonna pay this money for this. Like I buy a boat, what's my return on investment for this boat? I'm not a boat person, but I know a lot of people with boats. And they buy a boat in the first month, they kick ass, they're fishing, crabbing. How many of you are boat? Shake your head if you're a boat person, right? And you love it. And then 6 months later, it's sitting there and it's got cobwebs. A year later, grass is growing around it. You might then cut the grass, take the boat out. You're like, yes, I love the boat. And then all of a sudden, this boat that gave you this return on emotional, right? Emotional investment starts to wade away. The next thing that I want to know is there a return on time. It's part of my process. Like I'm going to buy this thing. How quick will it make me happy? How quick will it make me money? How quick will it serve someone else? And then there's return on life, right? Return on life is this going to enhance my life or not enhance my life? And what I found out is when I skip one of these first 3, I normally end up in trouble, right? Oh, spontaneous buying, I'm gonna buy it, and I don't have a mental process to run through. But then there's some other things, right? Like I wanna know through these things is maybe something I'm gonna buy for business is what's it gonna do for my employees? Is it going to enhance employees today? I know I hear this a lot of times. People tell me, I need more employees, it's hard to find. And it's like, they're not hard to find, you just suck at finding them. I mean, you might as well hear the hurtful truth from me. It's not that they're hard to find, you just don't know how to find them, probably because you don't have a decision-making process to pull a trigger on one thing or the other or make a decision on something. But I want to know with all my decisions, what's it going to do for my employees? I mean, if I decide in this building here that tomorrow I'm going to buy a shed, an Everlast shed with no air conditioning in it, and I'm like, well, this is great. I'm gonna save a lot of money because we have a CEO Warrior has a 10,000 square foot building that I'm filming in. This is where our CEO Warrior Underground is, and this is where we run our service business edge events and our Warrior Circle for our highest clients that we work with. But if I went to my employees and said, hey, we're gonna go to an Everlast shed, well, they would probably say, I don't know about that, right? Like, so that wouldn't fit them. It might fit my return on investment, it might save me money, it might fit my return on time, quick. I could sell this building real quick. It has a lot of value. It's brand new. The tile, the walls, the paint, everything in here is only a couple years old. And return on life, well, wow, that's gonna less stress, less pressure. But man, that's not gonna serve my employees. So now they're gonna be unhappy. And what's that gonna do for me? Is that gonna enhance the business or pull back the business? It's gonna pull it back, right? And then maybe what I gotta turn around here is I have to ask, is this good for my clients? Is this gonna be a benefit for the clients? When Rob and I went out and we made a decision, Rob Zadati, my business partner, and we made a decision to make this 10,000 square foot building just for CEO Warrior, and we ran through the decision-making process. We were like, wait a minute, return on investment, it's gonna take years to return this on investment. We're like, okay, return on time, well, it's gonna take years to do that. Return on life, well, it's gonna be really badass. I mean, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I feel good every time I come to the 10,000 square foot building and it's brand new and the tile and I got all this space. Sometimes I sit in the warehouse so my office becomes like 100 by 50 feet and stuff. And then I'm like, well, what does it do for my employees? Well, I can't speak for Nelson who's filming this thing, but I gotta imagine when he comes here, he feels really good. Do you feel good, Nelson, when you come here? Okay, he's shaking his head, yes, he gave me the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, I like it. The kitchen's great. We eat lunch together all the time. The bathrooms are clean. It's really, really nice. And I'm like, well, what about my clients? Well, my clients come here. They feel really good. We spend time together. We're not in a dingy place with a dingy ceiling. And so I'm like, oh, wow. Well, you know what? This, for my employees and time, helps me click off these other ones because the return comes so much quicker. So let's put a little ribbon around this and let's talk about a couple things. One, you need a written process. You need a written decision-making process for you. What are you gonna run through before you make decisions? Now, one of the things we found out is that for our clients, which, we have companies all over the United States, Australia, Canada, and when they call us up, and it doesn't matter if they're calling us, we're kind of like their board of directors for them, their board of advisors. They're called, I want to buy this backhoe, or I want to buy this dump truck, or this jetter equipment, or this trenchless technology, which a lot of you that are watching, maybe you are vendor partners in our program, you're like, I wonder why they make decisions yes or no. Because we ask them, our clients, what is the decision-making process we got to run it through? And we start running them through the process. Will it make money? What's our return on life? What's our return on time? How about the employees? How about the clients? We run through a process that's written. We say, okay, well, if we check off all of these. And I'm going to give you the last one that's the most important to check off, right? It is this one down here, and it's the sanity check, right? Like, will this cost me my insanity? And that's the last thing I ask everybody. Is this going to cost you your sanity? You're gonna go nuts. You're gonna have so much pressure that you can't even take it, that you can't even have a great relationship for your wife because you're under so much pressure. Then I'm like, no. If in the end the sanity check is a no, it's no. It's one of the reasons today, like I did restoration, and a lot of you may do restoration, and we did over $1 million in the first year of restoration. It was awesome. I forgot one thing. Insurance companies. I didn't know how to deal with them. They were always owe us money and we were chasing them. And I was like, forget it. I'm out of this business. I didn't do a sanity check. Now, since then, I learned one of our Centurion clients in our highest level program at CEO Warrior, OP, he knows how to do this stuff in his sleep. He runs an amazing restoration company. He's like, you just didn't know what I know, which I will tell any of you, if you're looking to get into restoration and you want to know how to do that, let me know and I'll make a connection with you and OP, because he's one of the best in the world at doing that. I was like, man, OP, if I knew that, I probably could have added another 5 million to the 32 million. Do you get the point here? Last thing I'm gonna give you is the bonus. I remembered, because you must be thinking about it. Every customer you go to has a decision-making process. Just they don't know the process to run to. So you have to ask them, hey, Mrs. Jones, Mr. Jones, I don't know why the heck it's always Mr. and Mrs. Jones, but it is for me. Here's the thing. How do you go about making a decision like this? Do you have a process you run through? And if you don't, I'd love to share one with you. Like, will this add comfort to your home? Yes. Will this hurt you financially? Because if it's gonna hurt you too much financially, let's not do it. See, I'm different than a lot of people. A lot of people out there, they don't care about selling people something if they lose their arms and legs. I do. Probably not the best decision for them. But if it runs through the process with them and I could share a process and say, am I missing anything here? Am I missing anything on the check blocks here to go through? And if you're not missing anything, then the answer is always really simple. It's a yes. It's the same thing. Now look, we have our next Service Business Edge event coming up. It's pretty much the leader event out there, the top event in the industry. If you want to grow a service business fast and you want to have understanding of fundamental items, this is fundamental business building item that everybody has to know, but less than only normally the Fortune 100 or Fortune 500 companies are even talking about this today. So if you're interested in attending our Service Business Edge event, the next one is in October. It's October 23rd to 26th. You're gonna get our $1 million guarantee at the end of the first night. If you think you're not completely blown away, come up to me, shake my hand, say goodbye. It's never happened before. We never gave back $1. We're going on 5 years of doing this event. I'd love to have you. But I understand that a lot of you, you're like, I don't know if that's a fit. I don't live in New Jersey, or I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm ready. Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna extend to you an opportunity. Now, I don't extend it all the time, but I wanna extend it for a little while and see if it helps a lot of my fellow business owners out there. We're offering a 15-minute, strategy power session. That's 15 minutes strategy power session with one of our master advisors or myself, where we're gonna go through where you're at, where you wanna go, and we're gonna make sure there's massive value. In the end, we'll see if this is a fit for you to come to the Service Business Edge event. If it's not, no hard feelings. I'll send you some books or something. Write this number down real quick, okay? Grab a pen, okay? 844, okay? Let's put it up here for you, okay? 844, write it down with me, everybody. 273, boom, okay? 844-273, boom. And I want you to write that down, and I want you to give a call today. Now, if you call, we got a promotion from July 9th to the 22nd. Now look, that promotion's gonna go away quick, and as soon as we sell out, that all goes away. The promotion is, if you purchase before that time, you're gonna get a free upgrade. That means if you come at VIP or Titan, you're gonna spend time with me for 2 hours with Jay Abraham alone in a private setting where we're gonna dig into business building stuff. All right, I hope this was extremely helpful for you. I'm Mike Aguilera from CEO Warrior. Welcome to the Underground Room. I'm just here to help you get what? More wealth, freedom, and market domination. Boom.